Hey there, explorers! I'm Shannon, and these online learning labs are part of our Spark series, where we hope to help spark a love of learning. If you're looking for our full Spark unit study guides with learning extension ideas, book lists, and project tutorials, head over to the website. Are you ready for a nighttime adventure? Today we're venturing into the mysterious world of a unique bird. Can you guess who I'm talking about? Okay, that was super cheesy. Yes, it's the owl. But before we give a hoot, sorry I couldn't resist, let me tell you about a few more awesome books you may want to check out. This is called Natural World, a Visual Compendium of Wonders from Nature. I like this one because it gives you some great facts about not only animals, but habitats and biomes. And if you want to venture a little bit more into how feathers work, how wing shapes work, this would be a great starter book. And I also recommend finding a couple of local bird field guides. These are so handy, and usually they're lightweight and small, so you can keep them in your backpack or pocket when you go on your nature walks. Okay, owls are definitely not your regular daytime birds. They're like nighttime ninjas. They've got some amazing features that help them thrive after dark. So let's start with their heads. Have you ever tried turning your head all the way around? It's not exactly something you're able to do, and owls can't do it either, but they have a great range of head motion. They can turn their heads up to 270 degrees, and this super head turning ability helps the owls see in almost all directions without having to move their bodies. Next, let's look at their eyes. How in the world can owls see at night? Those big round eyes in the front of their heads give us a clue. Owls' eyes are very large, but they're not like ours. Our eyes are shaped like balls, but owls have eyes shaped more like tubes that are fixed in place inside of their skull. These tube-shaped eyes are so big and so tightly fitted that they can't move them around like we can. Their forward-facing tubular eyes, binocular vision, has to stay in the same place all the time. So in order for an owl to see to the left, they have to move their whole head. And to the right, same thing, move their whole head. So you're never gonna see an owl roll their eyes like this. They've always gotta move their head too. Now let's talk about their hearing. Owls have some of the best ears in the bird world. Some owls even have ear tufts, but these are not their real ears. Their real ears are on the sides of their heads, hidden by feathers, and they're not always symmetrical. This helps them pinpoint exactly where a sound is coming from. I'm telling you, they're nighttime ninjas. Next, let's look at their face shape. Notice anything special? Yes, their faces are shaped like concave discs. This disc shape helps to funnel sound directly to their ears. It's like they're carrying around their own personal satellite dish. And bonus, the rings around their eyes help to reflect the light, which boosts their low light vision capabilities. Kinda like this. Ooh. Ooh. And here's something extra cool. Owls have special feathers on their wings that help them fly silently. Perfect for sneaking up on a tasty mouse or a tricky beetle. Owls are incredible hunters. They can eat up to 1,000 mice each year. That's like eating 3 full meals every day. It's impressive. And one more thing. Did you know that not all owls hoot? Some make screeches, whistles, or even bark sounds. I could go on and on about owls. They're full of surprises, from head-spinning turns to super night vision, silent wings, and amazing hearing. So the next time you hear a hoot in the night, remember the fantastic features that make owls the nighttime ninjas of the bird world. For today's project, we'll be making another simple moving mechanism called an automaton. This project is designed especially for learning through tinkering. You'll have to work at getting the mechanics just right in order for the owl to turn its head the way you want it to. But like so many of the projects we love to make around here, it's going to be a great time for discovery and the learning by doing method. So we really hope that you're going to give it a try. In a previous video, I showed you how to build a flapping bird automaton using a clothespin. Today we're going to try to build a cranky automaton. It's called cranky because it has a handle, not because it's in a bad mood. But before we go further, I want to explain how this works. Take a look at the movement of these cardboard circles. The two smaller circles are called cams. The bigger circle is called a cam follower. When I crank this handle, the cams rotate and the cam follower does too. This is where it gets really fun. The movement can vary drastically based on the shape and the position of your cams and your cam follower. Since we're talking about owls, I thought I'd stick to this kind of rotation movement on top, which means I need 2 small circle cams and 1 large cam follower. For this project, you'll need a cardboard box, scissors, a pencil, glue gun and glue sticks, a plastic straw, wooden skewers, cardboard scraps, a ruler, and if you want, colored paper and markers. If you're interested in making the owl 3D like I did in my example, you might also want to grab a toilet paper roll and some fake feathers. The first step is to draw your cam follower and 2 cams. I recommend creating a circle that's about 2.5 inches in diameter. It doesn't have to be perfect. For your 2 cams, I'd say about 1.5 inches in diameter would be just fine. Next, you're gonna cut them out. While you're at it, you might go ahead and create a small rectangle as well. Set this aside, we'll use it later for our handle. Next, you want to draw dots and poke holes. For your cam follower, try to get in the middle. Poke a skewer stick through the cams and thread it through the box like this. Add glue to secure in place. You're also going to want to poke a hole at the top of the box and thread a piece of straw through it. If your straw is wiggly, go ahead and put some hot glue to keep it in place. Insert a skewer stick through the straw, being sure the skewer is sticking out above and below the straw piece. And then glue the cam follower onto the end of the skewer, not the straw, just the skewer, so that you have some good movement. Keep adjusting until you're getting the motion that you want. Now it's time to create a cranky handle. To do that, we're going to take our small cardboard rectangle and another piece of skewer. We'll glue the rectangle onto the existing skewer and the smaller piece on top. Continue to test out your range of motion, which will help you determine what you want the owl on top to look like. For this project, since we're inspired by owls, we're thinking about how owls can turn their heads 270 degrees. Looking at the materials you have left on hand, whether that's paper, a cardboard tube, or whatever you might find around the house, how can you create a 2-part owl whose body is stationary and whose head moves around? Which piece needs to attach to the straw and which piece needs to attach to the skewer that's moving?
Remember to keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll see you on our next learning adventure. Bye, friends!